Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something, well, super practical, talking about clothes in English.
Hmm.
We've been looking at this really useful English language lesson, and we thought, let's distill it down.
Exactly.
Our goal is pretty simple, really, just to give you the essential words, the phrases you need to feel, you know, confident when you're discussing what you wear.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to pull out the most valuable bits so you can hopefully easily navigate conversations about clothing,
Right.
whether that's like when you're shopping or describing your style or even just chatting about someone's outfit.
Okay.
We'll start with the basics, then maybe look at what to say when you're actually buying clothes, and finally add some extra vocab, some handy extras.
Okay, let's get right into it then. The absolute must-knows. First off, the T-shirt.
Ah, the classic.
Right, it's that short-sleeved cotton top we all probably own, well, several of, like you might say he's wearing a red T-shirt. Simple, right?
It is. So common. And building on that, we have jeans. You know, those casual pants, usually denim.
Mm-hmm.
A typical sentence might be something like, I wear jeans almost every day. That word casual, it really sums up jeans for most people, I think.
Definitely. Yeah. And then there's the jacket, that piece of outerwear you grab when it's a bit chilly.
Mm-hmm.
The example used is perfect. Don't forget your jacket, it's cold outside. It's usually about keeping warm, isn't it?
Yeah, primarily. And to round out these basics, we have sneakers. Now, it's worth pointing out, if you're in the UK, you'll probably hear trainers more often.
Good point, yeah. Trainer.
So you could say something like, she's wearing sneakers with her dress, which is interesting, actually, how versatile sneakers have become.
They really have, even with something a bit dressier. Okay, so those are sort of our foundational four. T-shirt, jeans, jacket, and sneakers. Or trainers.
Or trainers, depending on where you are.
Exactly. Now, the lesson we looked at, it includes this really helpful real-world bit, shopping for clothes.
Ah, yeah.
Got
The
it.
dialogue.
Yeah, it presents this little conversation between a customer and a shop assistant. Let's look at that exchange.
This is great because you see these everyday words actually being used, in a situation lots of us find ourselves in. It shows how it all fits together.
Okay, so here's how it goes. The shop assistant starts. Hi there. Can I help you find anything?
Nice and standard opening.
Yep. Customer replies, yes, I'm looking for a jacket. Something casual but warm.
Straight to the point, using that key phrase.
Right. Shop assistant. How about this one? It's on sale and comes in blue and black.
Offering options, good sales technique, too.
Yeah. Customer. I like the black one. Do you have it in a size medium?
Specifying size, crucial step.
Shop assistant. Let me check. Yes, here you go.
Success.
And the customer finishes. Great. I'll try it on. Thanks.
Perfect. Short, effective.
Pretty straightforward dialogue, but honestly, so useful, right? And the lesson we're drawing from, it specifically highlights a few key phrases from this.
Well, what's really neat is how just those few lines let someone express exactly what they need and get help. It's like a little model of a functional, polite shopping trip.
Exactly. So first up is that opener. Can I help you find anything? It's just such a standard, polite way for staff to offer help in a store. You hear it constantly.
It really is. It's a very open invitation, isn't it, for the customer to just say what's on their mind. And the customer in that example responds with that really crucial phrase, this is your absolute go-to for stating what you want.
Totally.
The lesson even gives another example, like, I'm looking for a dress for a party. You just swap out dress for whatever item you need. Super useful.
Absolutely. It's incredibly flexible.
Yeah.
And the last key bit from that dialogue is, I'll try it on.
Oh, yes.
So practical. It just clearly tells the assistant, okay, I want to put this on now and see if it fits. No confusion.
None at all. It's like universally understood action when you're clothes shopping, isn't it?
Definitely. Okay, so we've got the basic items down and some key phrases for when you're actually out shopping. Now, the material we looked at moves on to what it calls a fluency builder.
Right, the fluency builder section.
Yeah, which is basically a list of even more expressions, more words that can really help you expand how you talk about clothes.
Yeah, this part's great because it takes you beyond just naming items. It lets you discuss important things like, size, fit, even your personal preferences. Adds another layer, really.
Okay, let's look at some of these. First, what size are you? I mean, you can't really buy clothes without that one, can you?
Pretty essential, yeah.
Then a few ways to talk about how something fits. It fits well. Or the opposite, it's too tight. Or it's too loose.
Knowing those can save you from buying something you'll never wear because it's just uncomfortable.
So true. Being able to describe the fit accurately is key. And then there's, do you have this in a different color?
Oh yeah, another really common question when you're shopping. You might like the item, but not the shade they have out.
Right. Love the style, hate the color. Happens all the time. The list also includes a phrase about coordinating outfits. This shirt goes well with the pants.
That's a good one.
Hmm.
It's useful for giving advice or maybe asking for advice too.
Hmm.
Shows you're thinking about the whole look.
Yeah, how pieces work together. And finally, two phrases for expressing your taste. It's my style, and that's not really my style.
So important. These really get at how personal clothing choices are, how we use them to express who we are, kinda.
Totally. And the lesson points out these expressions, they aren't just for shopping. You can use them when you're complimenting someone, maybe,
Oh, for sure.
or just describing what you're wearing yourself. So they're pretty versatile across different situations.
That's a great point. You could definitely say to a friend, wow, that jacket fits you really well. Or if someone compliments your shirt, you might say, oh, thanks. Yeah, it's definitely my style.
Right. Now, just when you thought we'd covered a lot, the source lesson we've been using also includes some bonus vocabulary.
Ah, yes. A few extras.
Just some more specific types of clothing, accessories, to broaden your knowledge even further.
Yeah, this helps you move beyond just the absolute basics and talk about a wider range of things you might see or want to, describe.
Okay, so first up is sweater, which, something warm you wear when it's cold. Pretty standard.
Yep, like a jumper in British English, often.
Ah, good point. Sweater or jumper.
Yeah.
Then we have blouse, described as a more dressy type of shirt, usually for women.
Yeah, the key difference with a blouse is often the fabric or maybe the cut makes it feel a bit more formal than just a standard shirt.
Makes sense. Next is skirt, simply, clothing that hangs down from your waist.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's scarf, something you, wrap around your neck.
Scarves are interesting, aren't they? Because they can be purely practical for warmth or just a style accessory, sometimes both.
True. Following that, we have hat cap stuff you wear on your head, style, sun protection,
Or keeping warm again.
or keeping warm, yeah. Then socks, essential item, goes inside your shoes.
Definitely need those.
Yeah.
Can't forget socks.
And last one on the bonus list, tie. That formal accessory, often with business clothes, usually for men.
Right, completes the formal look sometimes.
So yeah, nice little extra set of words to have tucked away.
That's good. Covers a range of different things, doesn't it? Casual, formal, accessories.
It does. So, okay, to kind of sum it all up, we've really dug into talking about clothes in English today, drawing heavily from this language lesson source. We've looked at essential items, your t-shirts, your jeans, those really key phrases for when you're in a clothing shop.
Like I'm looking for, or I'll try it on.
Exactly. And even some extra vocabulary, the bonus stuff, to help you describe more types of clothes and accessories like scarves and blouses.
Yeah, the main aim here has really been to give you practical language, stuff you can actually use in everyday situations.
Right.
Whether you're genuinely buying clothes or maybe just chatting about what someone else is wearing or, describing your own personal style.
So yeah, the next time you're thinking about clothes in English, maybe browsing online, maybe getting dressed, actively using some of these words and phrases, you might find it makes things feel a bit easier, a bit more natural.
Absolutely. And, this makes me wonder, thinking beyond just shopping or basic descriptions, what other situations do you think knowing clothing vocabulary in English would be really useful for you? Or maybe are there any specific types of clothing or fashion items perhaps that you've always wanted to be able to discuss in more detail? Something maybe to think about as you continue learning.